Your Comedy Minute Comedy Showcase.
Your Comedy Minute Comedy Showcase.
Hey, everybody. It's our first comedian for the night. Coming to us from Warren, Michigan.
Hello.
He's part of the We Might Offend You comedy tour with Ned Rice and Billy Reno.
That's right.
She's a podcast. She's an amazing young lady. I can't wait. Hold on to something. This is going to be something special. Peggy Beattie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? And thanks for the young. Listen, I know what I look like. I look like a Karen. I get it everywhere. I look like I'm the board member of an HOA. I know that with this Karen haircut. I get the best customer service. It's awesome. But I get that a lot. But that's what I say when I go up on stage. Because it kind of takes the oomph out of because I look like a Karen. Right?
I'm keeping quiet.
You're a smart man, Scott.
It's all
Very
you. It's
smart.
all you, Peggy. It's all you.
So yeah, I used to work in this office. I used to work in an office with all these young women, all these young, cute women, and me, and the boss. So the young girls kept coming up to me and going, "Peg, the boss is sexually harassing us." I'm like, "Huh? Really? That's terrible. What the fuck? What about me?" So you know what I did? I sued him for discrimination. Hell yeah, I won, man. Nobody not sexually harasses Peggy Beattie and gets away with it. Let me tell you.
I saw that one coming.
I could never be a lesbian because, I don't know, it's too much work, right?
Right.
I mean, if you're with a man and you don't really feel like doing anything, you could just lay there, right?
Right.
I mean, they're thinking about the girl at the car wash anyways. We all know that. But when you're with a woman, you gotta work at it, man. You gotta rub on stuff. You gotta lick on stuff. You gotta flip her over. You gotta strap shit on. You gotta shower. And you know what else I wonder? I wonder when lesbians are done scissoring, you know how they scissor?
Yeah.
I wonder if it makes a noise when they're done. So, trans, man, I'm happy about the trans community being accepted, right? And I'm happy, especially the drag queens. Thank God for the drag queens.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for the drag queens, I'd never find dress shoes that fit. Man, I got big, ugly man feet. I do. I got big, ugly man feet. My feet are so ugly, it cured my husband of his foot fetish. See, I'm even enjoying myself.
Good.
My feet are so ugly and big that one time I went to get a pedicure and I took my shoes off, and the look on the girl's face, let's just say, my feet were the second most tragic thing that happened to the Vietnamese people. I'm gonna get canceled, and I don't care.
No, it's fine. You're good. Keep going.
So, I don't get it either. Do men know, like, once they transition to a woman, do they know they're not going to be able to parallel park? They're going to start. Good. They're going to start hiding all their Amazon boxes. And and the worst thing that they don't even know that's going to hit them is they're going to have to go to all these goddamn wedding and baby showers. Oh, I fucking hate baby showers. I do. I hate them. They're so stupid. You know what? I even hated my own baby shower when they threw me a baby shower. Man, my feet were swollen. I was out to here. I was hungover. Oh, the baby's fine. Well, his eyes are a little far apart, but he's okay. I mean, don't judge me. I stayed away from non-pasteurized dairy. Uh, am I supposed to laugh at my own jokes? I don't think
You're
so,
fine.
Scott.
Keep going. You're killing me. I'm trying to keep myself together. You're unbelievable.
Thanks. And what was the other one? Oh shit. I got another little tag for that one and I can't remember it. Um, oh, oh yeah, and don't judge me because man, being pregnant's stressful, right? Especially when you're not sure who the father is. Oh, but I've been married oh God, I've been married almost 40 years. And I'm not into sex anymore. Nah, I'm not into sex. Matter of fact, I get more satisfaction out of cleaning my ears out with a Q-tip. The only thing I have to worry is like if you go in too deep, which I've never had to worry about that before. Oh, so I used to work with this woman. Oh my God, I used to work with this woman. She was like a goody two shoes. And she was one of these women that would whisper at a sentence at the wrong time. I don't know if you ever met any, but let me give you an example. Like, Peg, I went to lunch today and I ordered a salad and I got extra dressing. It's like, oh, whoa, right? Or, Peg, I went to the grocery store and I ran into my neighbor and she was with her husband and they bought 3 bottles of wine. Holy shit. Okay, now these would warn a whisper. Peg, I went to the grocery store today and I ordered, oh, I'm sorry. Peg, I went to the lunch today and I ordered a salad and I got extra dressing. And then I railed an 8 ball off the back of the toilet. I am so fucked up right now. Or Peg, I went to the grocery store and I ran into my neighbor and she was with her husband. I'm fucking her husband. And sometimes her. And when we're done, it makes a sound. That's a callback. See what I did there, Scott?
Yes, I do. I do.
Aren't I good?
From Detroit, Michigan. He's a comedian and an actor. His wife was just on the show a few weeks ago, and I couldn't be happier. Malachi Lee, thank you for giving me some of your time, my friend.
Oh, you're welcome.
Nice to have you here.
Yes, thanks for having me, Scott. Man, I'm very excited. Very excited to be here. Oh man, it's a little tough. It was a tough week because it's tough when you broke. This gas is it's a whole hot and ready for gas now. So it's tough when you broke. You ever been so broke that all you could do is exhale twice when somebody asks you how you doing? You like,
Yes.
man, I'm just waiting for the Lord to make a way out of no way, man. Like you ain't got no way, like zero way. Oh my God. I remember one time, other day, I'm driving to the gas station. And when you got you ever been so low on gas? One time I started my car up, my gas needle stayed exactly where it was when it started up. I said, oh wow, what is this? So I'm speeding to the gas station because either one or two things gonna happen. Either I'm gonna run out of gas or I'm gonna get pulled over. But first, when you really broke, you got to bring God into borrowing money. I approached a brother the other day. I said, "Hey, praise God, brother, praise God. Do you by chance perhaps happen to have an extra 5 on you?" That's exactly how he looked at me. He said, "Man, ain't no such thing as an extra 5." I said, "Touche. Well, just give me a police escort down to that Exxon." And that's exactly what I told the cop when he pulled me over. I was like, "Do you got an extra 5?" He was like, "Ain't no such thing." I said, "Cool." And when you get to the gas station, you got like a minuscule amount of petrol you about to purchase. That means small, Scott. You walk in the gas station real humble. You be like, you got time for small talk too. How your mom doing? Oh, she died. Oh, well, praise God. You got to make sure the coast is clear first. Hey, let me get. And then somebody get behind you. Like, oh, go ahead, brother. I don't even need anything. Then you get to the front of the counter. You like, hey, let me just get 222 on 2. Praise God. You know what I'm saying?
222.
I had to get gas in an Angel number the other day, man. It was tough. It's even tougher now that I'm a husband. I'm married. I've been married close to 3 years now, man, or 2 years. Been married 2 years now, and nobody told me that. I didn't know your wife had to eat every day. Mm-hmm. And that's your responsibility. Somebody should have warned me, man. That was tough because she called me the other day, said I'm hungry. I said, again? I said, okay. But one thing about my wife, she know exactly what she want to eat. She said, I want a chicken for two salad. But as a husband, your job is to provide and protect. So you know me, I said a chicken for two salad, that's $14.99. She said, what? I said, I'm gonna provide because that's my job.
Right.
I came back 3 hours later, kicked in the door, proud. Chicken for two salads. She said, what took so long? I said, baby, I had to make it. She said, the food? I said, no, the money. I was 2 door dashes away from that chicken salad, man. Man, they was not tipping that night, man. One thing about me too, man, I had a birthday this year. I turned 31.
Happy birthday. Happy
thank
belated
you.
birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Although I turned 31, my head just turned 51, man. Yeah. I hate when people act like going bald as a hairstyle, man. Nobody wakes up and chooses this. This life chose me, man. When you bald, people automatically come to you for leadership. It don't no matter where I'm at. I could be at the gas station, the mall, the store. They like, hey, excuse me, sir. I'm like, yep. But if I go in with my hat on, they don't ask me nothing. I'm like, hey, man, I don't got no time today. Whenever I need to flex my authority, I just say, hey. I seen a group of young guys outside. They was acting a fool. I said, hey, y'all need to settle down. They was like, man, we ain't listening to you. I said settle down. They said, oh, sorry, sir. I'm like, yeah. Respect my gangster, man.
It works good. It works really good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. It's just not a hairstyle. It's hereditary, man. Thank my father, my father's father, and my father's father for this, man. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not cool. My younger brother got a full hairline. I want to rob him for it every day. Like, hey, man, let me get that hairline up off you, big dog. Gotta rob somebody for that hairline, man. It's tough. But it's cool being bald, man, because, like I said, the leadership. I feel like I got an old man inside of me. I'm just like, hey, settle down. Yeah, that authority figure. I feel like I'm the supervisor of my own household at times. Like, yeah.
All right. What do you think? Is that it? You got another one? You got what else you want to do?
Sure, yeah, I got some more.
Do one more. Do another one. Do another one or two. I'll let you go another one or two.
All right, cool. Man, we got this thing called toxic masculinity now. Everybody want to be so strong, so tough. I'm cool. You'll keep your masculinity, but it's a way to keep your masculinity balanced. You know what I'm saying? Because some dudes be overly masculine, trying to be too strong. Like handshakes, for example. Man, my father always taught me, you shake a man's hand, you look him square in the eye, firm handshake, right? We all know this. But
Right.
some guys take it too far. I shook a dude's hand the other day. He shook my hand so hard. I felt his childhood trauma. That's all I felt. I said, hey, man, you need to talk to your father and let my hand go, man. Come on, brother. Why are you trying to outstrong me? Like, why are you trying to wrestle me, man? Same with grocery shopping, all right? God, you look like you grocery shop. That's good.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah, we
One
love
of
it,
my
right?
favorite things.
Come on, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a female activity. It's a human experience. But as a man, you got to keep your masculinity when you go to the grocery store. For example, get a cart. Get you a cart, man, because some dudes don't never get a cart. They be having 2 weeks worth of groceries in their forearms trying not to struggle. Like, yeah, I'm hard. Like, man, get a cart. It's okay, man. Get you a cart, but it's rules to that cart. You got to keep that. This your posture right here with the cart. You got to keep that cart like that. Because you will get comfortable and start pushing that boy with your elbows, sticking your booty out. Then you look like somebody auntie from the back. Like, hey, that's your masculinity is cooked, man. Same with the hand cart. You can get a hand cart too. It's cool. Hand cart is cool. I'm telling you. But there's limits to that hand cart. You can't overload that hand cart. You overload that hand cart, now you toting that boy around, look like you got a broken hip. Like, hey, where the pickles at? Like, no, man, get you a real cart, brother. You all right. Same with that cart. There's rules to that cart. Boom. This your form with that cart right here. Locked arm. You see that? Bam. Soon as you hit one of these, bam, you're cooked. You're cooked. You put that boy in your inner elbow, now you really looking like an auntie. Where are the pickles? Can't do that, man. Can't do that.
Oh, man.
Keep your
Good
masculinity
stuff.
in the grocery store, man.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Malachi Lee, everybody. That was wonderful, Malachi. Great job. Next up is a new comedian. She's coming to us from near Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I used to live there. I know all about where she's at. Ann Birdthistle. Hi,
Yes,
Ann.
hi.
How are you? Nice to have you here.
Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to be here. But before I get into the jokes, there was actually something serious I wanted to raise because I, like Savannah Guthrie, I'm a woman in my 60s. And like Nancy Guthrie, my mother, who's almost 88, was living alone by choice, independently near my sister, in this case in upstate New York. And she also went missing.
What?
Yes, and it turned out she was with the neighbor, and I cannot tell you the emotions that were flooding me when the neighbor called and had one fundamental question. How much money are we going to have to give you to come and get her? Yeah, my mom's kind of a character. Yes, I am not a young comedian. I'm a new comedian. I get introduced often by someone who looks like she could make really good banana bread or chocolate chip cookies. Derek Lee introduced me as the Amish lady. And so I've started dressing sluttier, obviously, and saying fuck more. You can't see my shoes, and that's actually a blessing. I've started wearing shoes by a company called Ortho Feet. If you wear shoes by a company called Ortho Feet, at least two things are true. First, they're super comfortable, which they are. And second, you will never have sex again. Now, I am a teacher. I've been teaching for a long time. When I was a little younger, I used to go and teach in the summers for extra money and adventure in China. Mostly in Beijing. So if you ever have a chance to go to Beijing, you should take it. But it is a long trip. It's about 38 hours of travel. And when you get there, you don't smell too good. And I found out in my first two trips there that if they lose your luggage, which happens all too frequently, I'm the fattest person in China and I can't buy any replacement clothes. I have to get men's clothes and then everyone just laughs at me like strangers will point at me on the subway because I'm wearing men's clothes. So the second time this happened, I hit Beijing the night before I have to teach the next day and I have no clothes and I don't know what to do. And so I start walking around Beijing, which is a huge tourist place, and I find a tourist kiosk that's open around 10 o'clock at night, thank goodness. But the most prominent popular t-shirt that they sell to foreign tourists has I Heart BJ on it. And I'm thinking I'm probably not going to want to teach in that t-shirt. So I just grabbed one with random Chinese characters. Doesn't look too bad. I take it home. Next morning, I put it on. At least I smell okay. I'm teaching it and my students are laughing and pointing like, uh-oh, what does it say? And they said, it says, look at this stupid tourist. And I thought, well, at least it's only a t-shirt and I did not get the matching tattoo. Before I started comedy, doing stand-up comedy, my hardest hobby was as a distance runner. Believe it or not, I did a lot of distance running. And I did it actually when I was living in Columbia, South Carolina. I lived there for 11 years. It's not very hilly, but it's very hot and very humid. And I was in this fabulous running club and I did a lot of running. And one of the things I learned is that I am faster than the man that I am married to at running, making me a husband beater. Yes, I am. I'm a husband beater. Okay, I know domestic violence is not funny, but it's okay to beat your husband in a race. That's okay. And that's the only race joke I'm going to be making during this session. Now, the thing about distance running, it's a lot harder on the knees than stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedy is easier on your body, but the sweating is about the same. When I was in South Carolina doing this running, the Fort Jackson's this big army base in Columbia, South Carolina. About half the army people go through it. So any cab driver in America usually knows where Columbia, South Carolina is.
I've been there.
And they would host every, like late spring, they would host the Special Olympics, which is very special. In this place they call the Cauldron. It was very special because the soldiers would work with the Special Olympics kids, and some of them didn't even go home for vacation. They were just so dedicated to the mission. So one year, the Special Olympics people at Fort Jackson decided they wanted to have 100 police officers run the Special Olympics torch from downtown Columbia to Fort Jackson. And it would be this fabulous spectacle. They were going to close down the streets and blah, blah, blah. They had one big problem, which is that they could not find 100 cops in South Carolina who could run 5 miles. True story. True story. So they put out a call to the local running community. Could we supplement? We didn't have to wear uniforms, but could we supplement the cops? And we did. We did, and we could. So first, everyone was fighting over the torch. Who got to carry the torch at the front of the front of the run? I knew I didn't want that because that thing's on fire. Okay, and luckily you're sweating like crazy. It's the only thing that protects you from combusting. But eventually we get, the torch. We get the torch for them. They have like a little finish line at the Cauldron where they're going to have the Special Olympics. And I spot the Columbia Chief of Police, who I happen to know casually because he's a neighbor actually. And I decide to roast him. So I run really fast and I blow right past him at the finish line. And he catches me to say something, which is, "I'm booting your car, bitch." No, not really. He said I smoked him, which I did, but I knew right away it probably wasn't a very good idea. Before distance running, the most painful hobby I tried was roller derby. Because I'm a teacher, I couldn't have a good roller derby name, right? I couldn't have a really good obscene roller derby name like you do, but I do like spaghetti, so I went by Pasta La Vista. Like most stand-up comedians, I'm broke. So my car is 15 years old. It is just 1 year short of qualifying for its own driver's license. If only that was how self-driving cars worked, right? But what I really dread is when my car gets to be old enough to drink. When my car is 21, I just know in my car it's going to have a taste for cheap beer.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm going to have to get it into AA, except with cars, I guess it would be AAA, right? I have to get it in. But where's the problem with that? The problem is, if you've ever been to a 12-step program, is that the first step is to admit you're powerless. That's a terrible quality in a car.
Okay, Ann, thank you. Thank you. That was great. Our last comedian coming from Chicago, Illinois. She's a singer. She's performed cabaret and comedy clubs all over Chicago. She's part of the Funny Old Broads tour. And she also, I know this lady, Nancy Levine, was a finalist in the Ladies Room Comedy Fest. Nancy was on my show, right?
Oh.
Jan Slavin, is that correct?
Yes, am I on?
Jan, you are on. Have at it.
How's my light?
You look like $1 million damn, Jan. Go
all
ahead.
All green and wrinkled. Okay. Hi.
Hi, Jan.
Yeah, I was futzing around because I forgot to use how to use my tripod. But
You're
yeah,
okay.
so
You look great. You look great.
I do?
Yep.
Then this is good lighting.
Yep. You look wonderful.
Okay.
Right, Malachi? Malachi, do you agree?
Oh, Malachi. He's like, the old lady's on.
Two thumbs
I'll
up.
take a bathroom break.
He gave you 2 thumbs up. You're good.
Well, you guys don't know what I looked like 15 minutes ago.
It's okay.
While I was driving and flipping everybody in Chicago off because I wanted to get back for this. Guys, I'm going to tell you something right now. I've been around the block a few times.
Okay.
Actually, more than a few times because I can't always remember where I live. But I'm a baby boomer. I think that's obvious. I'm a baby boomer, and I love being a baby boomer. And if people want to call me a baby boomer, that's cool. Just don't refer to me as a senior citizen. Why would people just automatically assume that I'm a citizen? Scott, am I right? Is that profiling?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm staying. So, but if you grew up when I did, can I ask how old you are, Scott?
I'm 63.
Oh, you're just a baby.
Yeah,
okay.
I feel like a baby.
Wow. Wait till you start wearing Depends. That's an adult diaper.
Yeah, I know.
We all know. Okay, so no, we're nowhere.
You're back on the air. Go ahead.
Okay, well, here's what I was going to say. When we were growing up, maybe not you so much, but when I was, you too. We didn't have computers.
Nope.
We didn't have iPads.
Nope.
We didn't have iPhones. But you know what we did have? Polio. Thank God they figured out a way to eradicate that. It's called a vaccine. Yeah, that that was when there were no anti-vaxxers. We all lined up for that one. But I'll tell you something, I had everything else. I had measles, I had mumps, I had chicken pox, I had rubella. Remember rubella? It's an Italian disease. And well, do you know how many days off from school that came out to? I mean, if a kid misses a day of school now, it's probably because Sophia had a bad reaction to gluten. Come on, seriously. That's pathetic. I have been eating gluten my entire life. And actually, I don't feel that great. Okay. Anyway, I mean, there might be something to it, is what I'm saying. Let me explain what I mean.
Dan, I'm going through a rather heavy period myself.
Oh, tell me about your heavy periods.
No,
There's hormones for that.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
You're good.
Well, where I'm going with this is that things are very different right now. You know, very, very different. In fact, I happen to have 2 teenage granddaughters. Can you even imagine?
No.
I mean, and you know, when I call them, they don't pick up.
Right.
When I text them, they don't answer. When I go to their house, they run to their rooms. I don't see them. But you know, I'm not going to run a guilt trip on these girls. Not now. I'm going to wait until right before I die. I got to have something to look forward to. So, okay. Well, you know, that's a Jewish thing, Jewish guilt. You know, I probably look very busty tonight, and that's because I got this outfit. As you can see, I got it at a department store. Now, it's very hard to shop in department stores. Have you been in a department store recently, Scott?
Yeah, Walmart, I think. Does that count?
Oh, okay. Walmart's not a department store.
No,
I'm sorry.
no.
Bloomingdale's.
Oh,
Bloomingdale's.
no. I can't.
Okay.
I'm like the dollar store.
Yeah, that we don't call that a department store. We call that El Cheapo. But you know, when you walk into a department store, it's like walking into a mausoleum. There's nobody there. There's no customers. There's nobody working there. And all you can find on the racks is Jessica Simpson, Jennifer Lopez, Kim Kardashian. Where the hell is the Kathy Bates department? That's what I'm looking for. You know, someone that can act. So
Matlock.
do you guys want to hear some music? I didn't even think of this, but I can play some folk music if you'd like.
You got a few minutes. Go ahead. Do what you
All
want to
right,
do.
let me look, everybody. Look at me. Here, wait. Let me get my...
Oh my God, kids. Look out. Here we
No,
go.
don't look. Please, I forgot to wear my Spanx today.
We only got a minute or two. Go ahead.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna play a couple songs, okay?
Well,
all right. Here we go.
I can hardly wait, kids. Go ahead.
This hand's not my hand. This is my mother's hand. These are her liver spots. These are her veins. This hand is wrinkly and kind of crinkly. It's not my hand. It is Elaine's. My mother's name was Elaine.
Yeah.
Would you like to hear another one?
It's hard. Go ahead. Try one more. When you do that, the sound. But go ahead. Try one more.
Where have both my eyebrows gone? Long time tweezing. Where have both my eyebrows gone? I miss them so. Oh, wait, I'll do this one. Okay. On top of Old Smoky, I felt tired and slow. 'Cause Smokey took Viagra 4 hours ago. I rolled off his belly and onto the bed. I had the sick feeling Old Smokey was dead. I killed old Smokey.
Unbelievable, Jan. Unbelievable.
I killed him. But at least I don't have to date him anymore. At least I don't have to sleep with him anymore.
Oh, my God.